Hi folks, it's Jake here at Canadian Cutting Edge, and welcome to my Sunday review. Today I've chosen to review the GANZO FB7601. The one at the end stands for satin finish on the blade. We've got G10 handle scales coming in 4 different colors. You've got your regular black, OD green, orange, and this digital camo. You can also get it with this single layer of carbon fiber on top of G10 handle scales. So it's not G10, it's not carbon fiber all the way through. It's G10 with just a layer of carbon fiber on it. Other than that, it's the exact same knife. You can also get the FB7603, which has a nice gray coating on the blade. I was hoping to get one that's satin and one that's got the gray coating. I must have misspoke when I talked to my contact at GearBest. I asked them to send me 2 different ones, and I didn't quite clarify that I wanted the 2 different blade options. So thank you very much, guys, at GearBest for sending these to me to review. I really like these knives. These knives are special. So that's why I saved them for the Sunday review. If you're interested in these knives by GANZO, and I think you probably should be, then stick around for the full review. For a Sunday video, I think this is a good knife choice. I was just quite enamored when I was able to get these in, and it's a knife that looks good and it feels good in hand. 440C stainless steel. The knife is made and assembled in China. You've got a clip point all the way down. You know, from here, it's a straight line. Actually, it's not quite a straight line. It's technically a drop point, I think. Let me show you something flat to compare it to. That's a straight line right there. And if you put it on the spine of the blade, so you can see that blue space, that's a drop point with a nice wedge up here that goes from, a third of the way down right to the tip. Nice big flat area that you can clamp onto for your sharpening systems. I took the thumb studs off when I sharpened this one, just so that I wouldn't get on the edge here and, mar up the edge by accident. I like this high saber grind here. Really nice belly here, good long flat area, nice sharpener's choil. The access lock on these is done very well. It locks up quite solid, and I just don't have time for the guys that are going to say, access lock on GANZO is a piece of crap. Sorry guys, if you don't like it, don't like it. I'm totally fine with you not liking it. I know for a fact that it is a reasonably good lock. There is no perfect lock out there. Not even the Triad lock by Cold Steel is perfect. Every lock can fail. The G-lock is what GANZO calls it. This access lock is reasonably good. I've done all kinds of tests on my access locks by GANZO, whacking on the spine very hard. I'm talking very hard. And none of them have failed. They don't look like they've got a super huge amount of engagement, but it's enough engagement that they've just not failed. There's no blade play back and forth, up and down. They're nice, solid. G10 handle scales. This one's got the carbon fiber on there, so that's got the nice, brilliant look of carbon fiber. And then G10 beneath that. You got a back spacer there. I think the back spacer is G10 as well, and it's got a little bit of texture in there for sort of like jimping. We've got a pocket clip that can't be changed. You can take it out if you want to, but you can't change it to the other side. But it's a deep carry pocket clip and very functional. It's got a good amount of springiness to it, and just the way it comes up. It doesn't have the big spoon that other GANZOs have on the pocket clip, but it grabs in the pocket easily every time. A sure thing. I'd like to see this knife in a flipper, to be honest with you. That would be really nice. But you can't make it a flipper with the access lock. You'd have to get a liner lock or a frame lock or something. but I think the general shape and everything, I think this would do really well as a flipper. Hopefully Ganzo's listening. I used to get knives from Ganzo directly to review. We had a great relationship, Ganzo and I, and then just suddenly they stopped talking to me. And I don't know why, but they did. I followed their instructions to a T. They didn't want me to talk about other knives on their videos. They didn't want me to name the names of, the knife that they had copied in the video. And so I did everything they wanted to, and I created good quality reviews. And then just suddenly my contact either quit or was fired or something. I don't know. And the new contact that I had talked to me for a couple months and then just stopped. Really weird. But I've complained about that in the past, not again. One other thing that they did on the handle scales here, on the carbon fiber one, is just smooth all the way down. On this one, you can maybe see it if I get the light just right. Can you see the 6 little, I call them side jimping, right there. There's 6 little notches. And on this side as well. It's just a tiny bit to add just a little bit more, looks and a little bit more grip to your middle finger when you wrap around it. And it does help. It gives it a little bit more texture and it gives it a little bit more class. It looks really nice. I like the angles on this knife all over the place. I like that sort of triangle, semi-triangle shaped lanyard hole. Easy to get full-size paracord through there. It's a nice knife. I like it very, very much. This one's got a factory edge on it. This one's got my edge on it. I'm going to put them together like this and take a picture of it so you can see both of those edges using my microscope. It sharpens up really well. It looks great. Let's do some cut tests for a demonstration. Here's just regular printer copy paper. Push cuts, that's staying at the same spot on the blade and just pushing through. Cuts really, really well. And you can do sliding cuts, and it cuts even better. That's going across the edge. That's easier to do. Really nice edge. And I could just, cut paper all day long with these knives. It's just a lot of fun. Let's cut something a little more substantial. We've got this molly type banding. Just zips through that very easily. And that's pretty heavy banding. We've got 4 strands of paracord here, and it just flies through that like nobody's business. There we've got that paracord. On a table like this, you can cut anywhere from my fingernail that way, if you take a big good grip like that. So that gives you enough of a belly to cut that way. You can cut with a tip, of course, and do sort of, that kind of cutting. And that tip is very sharp. It's a good knife. I like it an awful lot. You can easily cut wood if you wanted to and make a big mess all over your basement and get your wife upset with you. I like this knife. It is a really, really nice knife. I'm kind of saddened that I didn't get the coated version, although I don't really like coated blades, but I really wanted to show that to you guys. I'll be keeping this one with the carbon fiber on top of the G10, and I'll be willing to sell this one. I know, I'm sorry guys, it's taken me forever to get my knife sale together. Hopefully I'll get it done soon because I do need to raise some more funds. I just need to keep my channel going and to keep my mother's medical expenses for her cancer treatments going too. Those of you who are wondering, she's doing okay. Her medical care is just taking forever. Oh, Canada is just so slow. She was supposed to get some scans done, and they needed to put some dye in her blood veins, and nobody there could find her vein, and so they sent her home. Yeah, that's Canada. Instead of working hard to find somebody who could get her IV going, they sent her home. Oh, that made me so angry. But my mother's doing okay. For being, a terminally ill cancer patient. She's doing okay. Thank you so much for your prayers and concerns, those of you who are thinking about her and praying for her. So here we've got this knife. This is the FB7061, and you can get the coated one, FB7603. Really nice knife. I could spend my Sundays playing with one of these all year long. The weight, I didn't talk about all the sizes and stuff. Let's talk about the dimensions and the weight and everything. Sorry about that. Let's zoom in a little bit and get that information done. Cutting edge, 8.9 centimeters, 3.5 inches. Blade length, 8.6 centimeters, 3.4 inches. Blade thickness, 3.07 millimeters. That's 0.12 inches. The thickness of the edge behind the grind is 0.6 millimeters. That's 0.0235 inches. Perfect thickness behind the grind. Could be, actually not perfect. It could be a tiny bit thinner at the edge, but 0.6 isn't bad. The handle length is 11.9 centimeters, 4.7 inches. The grip area is 10.1 centimeters, 4 inches. The handle thickness without the pocket clip there is 1.3 centimeters, half of an inch, almost exactly. The total length of this knife when the blade is deployed is 20.5 centimeters, 8.07 inches, 120 grams, 4.2 ounces with that skeletonization. This is a very nice knife. How many shekels is this thing going to set you back? Well, it depends. The one that's got the carbon fiber is just a little bit more than the 4 different colors. The G10, you've got black, orange, dark green, digital camo, which is a tiny bit less than the carbon fiber one. I'll give you the price for the G10 ones. Just know that the carbon fiber one is just a little bit more, like 5%, 5, 6, 7% more. That's all. What do we have here for the prices? Well, it's $23.86 Canadian, $19.07 US. Yeah. It's 17.26 euros. It's 15.51 pounds. I forgot to show you the insides of it. That's the price you pay for a knife that has this skeletonizing in it, and it's got those ball bearings in it. Yeah, ball bearings. Here's the picture of them. Access lock, 440C stainless steel. It's got this blued steel, and they've gone away from those soft screws that a lot of people were complaining about. Ganzo had some soft screws for a while there. They listened and they've gone back to the traditional shape screws, but they're still blued the way the other ones were, but they are harder and better. I've taken this knife completely apart twice, and you can't see any defects at all in those screws. All torques, looks good, great knife, cuts well, feels good in the hand. Any kind of grip that you possibly want to hold a knife with fits really, really well. Great grip. Don't sneak up on this thing. You're going to cut your finger. A little bit of a thumb rise with some gentle jimping there, but it's aggressive enough to give you good purchase. You know, being half an inch thick is just the perfect thickness, skeletonizing, weight saving. The only thing that I might change on this is if it had open pillar construction instead of this backspacer. But that's a very nitpicky, tiny thing. I really don't mind these backspacers. And some guys are going to not like this, I think it's easier to clean this knife than one with open pillars. Because the open pillars, you got to get around that post on both sides. And it's sometimes tricky to get those clean all the way around. But this is so easy. You just wipe the back and you take a cotton swab on a stick and just sweep out the inside once and you're done. Really, really nice knife. Looks good, feels good. Nice cutting edge. Great knife. If you're in the market for a new knife, this guy is just $20.30. If you want the carbon fiber one, that's US dollars. $19.07 US for the G10 version. You can't beat that price for 440C stainless steel. 440 stainless steel is a budget steel, but it cuts quite well. I'm hoping, I really hope, but too bad Ganzo's not listening to me, that they go with Sandvik and start making some of their knives with Sandvik steel. They did do a prototype knife a little over a year ago that had S35VN blade, but that never went into production. I really wish they would have had the balls to do that. That would have been a really nice knife. I think they do need to get into the market of higher end knives. I think the world is ready for that. So Ganzo, even though I'm ticked off with you for not sending me any knives lately, I really wish we could, collaborate again. I really do. I really like Ganzo, and I want to work together with you guys again. But unfortunately, I haven't been able to talk to you guys. You just don't want to answer my emails. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Remember to always cut towards your chum and not your thumb.